gesture programming was, the option that I would promote from arts and sciences that felt like it was custom designed for our students. And I guess I'm just wondering sort of about the evolution of this work and what you all have learned from it as someone who's still new to it, and kind of what led us to this podcast, like how we got here today.
Well, the career focus actually was preceded by a focus on intellectual sort of identity, intellectual intentionality, which predates me.
For students.
For students, yeah. So I think, and there's a lot of nomenclature in here as well. There's gesture, which we're kind of talking about now, but C21, which was the standard for Center for the 21st Century for Liberal Learning. And the intellectual intentionality piece was pre-me. So that was early 2010-ish.
Yeah, about 2010 is when we started C21. And the goal then, like Matt said, was to help students be more intentional about their academic work. Like what do you really want to learn? Why are you here? Have some intrinsic motivation that guides what classes you choose. Don't just think about the major. Think about what you want to learn, who you want to be. And so we did lots of programs over the years that we'll probably talk about in future episodes that really were kind of understanding how people define what college means for them. And with the hope that we could teach them how to take better advantage of college. And at the end of the day, most of those things didn't work. And we'll I think break down some versions of those in the future. But what we did learn was that there was something about school itself that was dominating the way that people thought about college. That the original, our intent that people really focus on what you want to learn and who you want to be was sort of overridden by what do I have to do to get through school. And that was a lesson sort of going on from 2010-ish and for a decade probably. And then along the way, we started to develop some programs in college to career that were really independent at that time. At that time, we thought they were separate, like make the most of college as a student, and then we'll do some stuff to figure out how do you transition, right, or what happens after you graduate. And those weren't really connected. And I think we ended up running into the same problems in that side of the work. At the time, we didn't realize it, but ultimately figuring out that school is at the root of both of those problems. School is at the root of the problems with preparing for early career, and ironically, school was the problem with learning. So building gesture was partly about the content and our programs, but we actually had to create a physical space that was not school. And everything about our work, we try to make not school in that way.